Have you ever wondered how some people manage to get you to agree to things you didn't plan on? Maybe you found yourself saying yes to something small, and then, before you knew it, you were committed to something much bigger. This subtle but powerful influence tactic is known as the foot in the door technique. It's a clever strategy used to get people to agree to a larger request by first getting them to agree to a smaller one. Today, we're diving into how this technique works, why it's so effective, and how you can use it ethically to achieve your goals. The foot in the door technique is a psychological principle where a person is more likely to agree to a larger request if they have already agreed to a smaller, related request. The idea is to first get a person to commit to something minor, which then makes them more inclined to agree to a subsequent, larger request. This technique is based on the concept of consistency, a principle that plays a significant role in human behavior. Once we commit to something small, we feel a psychological need to stay consistent with that commitment, even if it leads to agreeing to something bigger. To understand why the foot in the door technique is so effective, let's explore some psychological concepts and research. Commitment and consistency. According to Robert Cialdini, a leading expert in influence and persuasion, people have a strong desire to appear consistent in their actions and beliefs. When someone agrees to a small request, they are more likely to say yes to a larger request to maintain this consistency. This is because the initial commitment creates a sense of obligation to adhere to that commitment. Self-perception theory. Errol Bem's self-perception theory suggests that people infer their own attitudes and beliefs based on their actions. When someone agrees to a small request, they may start to see themselves as helpful or cooperative, which makes them more likely to agree to a larger request that aligns with this self-perception. Social influence. The foot in the door technique leverages social influence by making people feel that they are part of a process or relationship. By agreeing to a small request, individuals may feel a stronger connection or obligation to continue cooperating, especially if they perceive the requester as someone they have a relationship with or someone they want to help. Reciprocity. Although less directly related, the principle of reciprocity can also play a role. When someone agrees to a small request, they might feel a sense of reciprocity towards the requester, leading them to agree to a larger request to return the favor. To illustrate how the foot in the door technique works, consider these examples. Sales and marketing. Salespeople often use this technique by first asking customers for a small favor or minor commitment, such as signing up for a free trial. Once the customer agrees, they are more likely to make a purchase or commit to a subscription because they have already invested in the initial commitment. Fundraising. Nonprofit organizations frequently use the foot in the door technique in their fundraising efforts. They might start by asking for a small donation or a signature on a petition. Once individuals commit to these smaller actions, they are more likely to respond positively to larger fundraising requests, such as making a significant donation or participating in fundraising events. Everyday situations. In everyday life, this technique can be seen in situations like social invitations. For example, if a friend asks you to help with a small task, like making a phone call, you might be more inclined to help with a larger request later, such as organizing an event. Several studies have examined the effectiveness of the foot in the door technique and its underlying mechanisms. Friedman and Fraser's study. In a classic study conducted by Jonathan Friedman and Scott Fraser, participants were first asked to place a small sign in their yard supporting safe driving. A few weeks later, they were asked to place a larger, more prominent sign in their yard. The results showed that those who agreed to the small sign were significantly more likely to agree to the larger sign compared to those who were only asked about the larger sign. Self-perception theory. Studies, research supporting self-perception. Theory has shown that people's attitudes and beliefs can be shaped by their actions. For instance, Bem's research found that people who agreed to a small request were more likely to agree to a larger, related request, as their initial compliance influenced their self-perception as someone who supports the cause or request. Consistency studies. Studies on consistency, such as those by Cialdini and others, have demonstrated that individuals who commit to a small request are more likely to comply with subsequent larger requests due to their desire to maintain a consistent self-image and behavior pattern. While the foot in the door technique can be powerful, it's essential to use it ethically and responsibly. Ensure authenticity. Use the technique in a way that aligns with your genuine intentions and values. Avoid manipulating people into agreeing to things they wouldn't otherwise support or find beneficial. Be transparent. Clearly communicate the nature and purpose of your requests. Transparency helps build trust and ensures that individuals are fully aware of what they are agreeing to. Respect boundaries. Be mindful of people's boundaries and comfort levels. If someone declines a request, respect their decision and avoid pressuring them into additional commitments. Focus on positive outcomes. Use the foot in the door technique to create positive and mutually beneficial outcomes. For instance, in fundraising or sales, ensure that your requests and offers genuinely serve the needs and interests of the people you're engaging with. Here are some examples of how the foot in the door technique can be used ethically. Volunteering. Organizations might start by asking people to sign up for a brief volunteer shift or attend an informational meeting. Once individuals commit to these smaller actions, they may be more likely to take on more substantial volunteer roles or make a long-term commitment to the organization. Customer service. Businesses might first ask customers to participate in a quick survey or provide feedback. After establishing this initial engagement, they can introduce more involved opportunities, such as joining a loyalty program or participating in a customer advisory group. Health and wellness. Health professionals might begin by encouraging patients to make small lifestyle changes, such as drinking more water or taking short walks. As patients experience positive results from these small changes, they may be more likely to commit to more significant health improvements. Hearing from individuals who have experienced the foot in the door technique can provide additional insights. Lisa, a fundraiser, shares, "We start by asking people to sign a petition for our cause. Once they've shown their support in this small way, they're often more open to making a donation or volunteering their time." Tom, a small business owner, adds, "When I first reach out to potential customers, I offer them a free sample or a small discount. Once they've tried our product and liked it, they're more willing to make a larger purchase." The foot in the door technique is a powerful psychological tool that leverages our desire for consistency to influence behavior. By starting with a small request and gradually increasing it, you can effectively gain compliance and achieve your goals. Understanding this technique and using it ethically can enhance your ability to connect with others, build relationships, and create positive outcomes. Remember, the key to successful implementation is to focus on genuine, mutually beneficial interactions and to respect the choices and boundaries of those you engage with. With these principles in mind, you can harness the power of the foot in the door technique to make a positive impact in various aspects of your personal and professional life. So the next time you need to get someone to say yes to a larger request, consider starting with a small, manageable step. You might be surprised at how effective this technique can be in helping you achieve your goals and build meaningful connections.